I feel like it could be both of our slam dunks and air balls at the same time. Lauren and I got our first troll on Instagram. Shout out to, I don't remember the name, the handle, but shout out to her or him. She or he commented on one of our videos that we did here and alluded to the fact that I had greasy hair.
I'm sorry.
And
I can't handle
listen,
that.
it was absolutely hilarious.
I was about to go crazy on this
looked
person,
at it and I laughed. I sent it to Lauren. I was like, oh my God, we got our first troll. Like, this is epic. We're moving in the right direction.
I was so offended for you. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go respond. And you were like, no, this means we're going.
I took a negative situation and turned it into a positive one.
I loved how you responded.
Yeah, I just responded with crying, laughing emojis. And what I'm even more obsessed with is another follower liked my crying face emojis. I DM'd her and I'm like, I'm obsessed with you for liking my emojis. It was so funny.
I cannot.
Oh my God. So it's like, I don't have greasy hair, so this fool is tripping.
Beautiful. Are you kidding me?
Thanks.
It's like, I have a really hard time with the concept of trolls because, people just like wouldn't say that to you in real life.
No, of course not.
But also,
it's funny. It's hella funny.
I just think your response was epic to me.
Yeah.
Because I know like we're going to get more and I need to build up that thick skin.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so there's that.
People are going to be talking mad shit.
Of course they are. Because people talk mad shit. Yeah. And it's like, hey, come talk to me in my face. Like, I'm here to listen. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure people will comment on my makeup or what. I don't give a shit. I'm like, actually, I probably will feel a feel. And then I will move on. Yeah. And I'll text you and be like, I need you to say something
We're going to talk through it. We're going to laugh about it. It's going to be
a thing.
A time. It's going to be fine though.
I do think that's a good like slam dunk and airball.
I do. I like have nothing more to say.
Okay, I have one.
What's your airball?
Okay.
I always like starting with the bad and then ending on top.
Okay, this is probably going to put us in a political arena, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to say it anyway. I am deeply, and I know this is going to air after this news, but I don't care. We're on a news podcast. I am deeply, deeply disturbed by the social media networks and removing, and specifically Meta. I'm looking at you, Mark Zuckerberg, and how they are taking fact checking out of their community policy. And I just find it deeply disturbing.
Can you explain that a little more?
Yeah, so basically it just takes away an important element of, like, if someone puts out something that's fake, that's deeply fake news, right? Okay. Their fact-checking systems won't, at least this is as far as I understand it, okay? I would go to Pivot to, like, understand it more, like, go to the experts, like Kara Swisher, Scott Galloway, or someone else. But as far as I understand it, like, it basically enables more hate speech and more just fake news to get through the pipeline, which is already a massive issue because they're just loosening those requirements on posts. And it's just deeply disturbing to me. And we've talked about this before. We talked about our last episode with Jenny, or our last slam dunks and airballs. But for me, like, social media, I have such a love-hate relationship with it because we need it to grow our business and reach more people. But I also know what it does to this world and what it does to kids, how it drives loneliness. Like, it's just such a complex thing. So when someone like that and that person, a man like that comes out and like puts a statement like that out there that they just don't care, it just is deeply, deeply disturbing to me. Sure. It's alarming. So, I think I want to focus on other social networks as much as we can, but unfortunately, like, we still have to leverage our networks where we have growth. Yeah. But that's why I hope our podcast can be a bright light in like a very dark space. Yeah. Because, we're not reporters. I grew up in PR, but I'm not a reporter. I've always had deep respect for journalism and the integrity of journalism and journalists and what they go through. And I still think old media is very important to the standards of good reporting. So new media should really be celebrating that and really looking to the experts. So we're going to do that on this podcast.
Yeah, and we're controlling our own narrative and the messages that we want,
that we want
out there. So they're going to be nothing but positive. That's for sure.
So, okay. My slam dunk of the week is we launched the podcast in December during the holidays. Mama and Jack were working their asses off to do this during the holidays. But it brings us joy. And we have grown really fast. And I look at it and I'm like, is this real? is this happening?
Yeah.
And I know I have to stop saying things like that because I'm like, it is, because we have something great here. But just that growth has been such a slam dunk for me because I think it's going to open the doors for more opportunities. Because really, at the end of the day, like, we're doing this podcast to make an impact on women's lives. That's why we're doing it. We're doing it to bring more women into sport, and to create a safe space to talk about all the things, right? Yep. Women's health, women's fitness, being an athlete, careers, fashion, beauty, all the things that we love and kind of bonded over.
Yeah.
So I think that is, a huge slam dunk because we're off to something strong.
But shout out to your relentlessness, your passion, your drive, like your commitment to this project. Like, I mean, we wouldn't be here without you, Lauren. And
I love you, Jack.
Yeah, I think everyone in this room knows that as well.
Well, I mean, you guys have all taken a risk on this vision too. So you should be really proud of the fact that we're all here together still.
Yeah, no, girl, we're fucking killing this thing.
We are.
This shit has been so much fun.
It's fun, right?
It is so much fun.
I wake up every morning and I'm like, I am driving my own destiny. I reach out to who I want to reach out to. I have I call Chow, who's our creative director. I call P. I hit her up all the time. I'm like, hey, P. I just call him out of the blue. I call you. I mean, it's just like, it feels like such a tight-knit team. Grace, like, we're such a great crew. And that's just, crew. That's rare to find.
Yeah.
Rare to find.
You've definitely put something very special together.
We both have. So